What emotion from your childhood pushed you in a corner and made you make a vow? I hate them. I'm going to never do this. I'm going to never. Whenever you say never, that's a vow. Be cautious with that. When you start saying never, that's a vow. And just like when the police pull you over or they get ready to lock you up, they say you have a right to remain silent and anything that you say will be held against you in a court of law. The same thing happens in the spirit realm. Anything that you say will be held against you in a court of law. See, the vows we all made is playing out on the big stage. Whether you want to admit it or not, if it's over there, it's in here. Even if it's a little teeny bit. Where are we trying to control the situation? While we get to protest and speak our minds as we should, don't ever let somebody push you in a corner and you don't open your mouth. Are we helping that little girl, the little boy on the inside of us here that's busting up the basement door like, let me out, I got something to say? That's your true shadow. Excuse me, confirmation burp. I'm being commissioned to aid in the process by sharing how I overcame everything meant to keep me from coming into my true identity. I had to believe in myself and God. See, God is on the inside of me, but first I had to find me. Why is that bothering me? Why is that triggering me? Why is that word making me feel that way? Before I could find God, because the place I put God, it was boarded up, so I had to remove some of the boards to even hear what God was saying. God was talking, it was like, wah. I had to remove the boards because of so much pain and so much hurt. I had to deal with that first. We're taught that God is on the outside of us in the great by and by, but God is on the inside of us, ready to be tagged into our battles, like 2 Corinthians 10 and Ephesians 6 says, we're fighting principalities, rulers of darkness, spiritual wickedness in high places. This is the negative thinking that has gone on for so long that it's a norm in society. Those isms that's been here as long as hot apple pie, that every ascended master had to fight against, because we sitting here making our traditions, making the word of no effect. We have all of this stuff, but we going by these traditions. F these traditions and throw them in the trash and burn it. It's time to change some things. The mindsets of us who complain but don't want to do the work or don't know how, and it causes a dip in morale because most of us don't know how to get out because it's ancestral. It's time to change these laws, daggone it. Everybody is worthy. So to get out, it requires one to get uncomfortable and get past the plateau of complacency and complicitness. I don't know which way to choose. Well, you just chose. And this is how we've always done it. That's how you just chose a side too. And that side is collapsing and it's corrupting. When are we going to respect each other? Like when? We know the FBAs was here first, but when we going to respect each other as humans? We're all humans. God said you can build anything you want, as long as you don't hurt you or nobody else. What do you truly believe? Operate in it. You can change the world with that one thing that you do that lights up the world. Fight for your dream while hurting none. We've learned a lot in the last 3 weeks. It's almost been a month. Miss Good and Alice are gone. Do what is right for you. No one lives for you but only you. Be sovereign and not controlled. Think for yourself and protect those who can't and don't know how to protect themselves. Bring your dream together. Bring your dream to life no matter what you see in front of you. May the force be with you as you go, and the power of God be in your hearts as you move. God is good. There are some freebies and a link to the podcast with the Women's Leveling Up. It's also the recent podcast I just did with Unchurched, okay? And the magazine that I was in. The magazines I was in September, October, December, January, and February. God is so good. God is so good. Oh, look at the description below to find the things that truly light you up and leave everything else behind. I cannot wait to talk to you soon. Remember, I placed a link to my own personal bookstore. My books incorporate the essence of God. If you want to feel the presence of God, read In the Garden with the Father, Understanding True Intimacy. Okay, let's read an excerpt real quick. Page 75. You're so dangerous. That's why the enemy tries to keep you so bound or in trials. Release the shame and judgment so you can walk in your true freedom without barriers to your joy and your peace. Connect with me like you've never done to get what you never had before. That's what I was doing today. Focus on me and not what you see around you or the vibrations that are attached to you. Trust my leading and follow my voice. Don't walk in what's familiar in don't walk in what's familiar in your daily life. God, I thank you for that. Oh my God. Don't forget about my other two books, Befriending Shadow, Unshakable Peace, Unstoppable Change. Both of those books, oh God, it was good. Both of those books are shadow activity books. I had to see them on the market. God said, well, make it. I said, well, say less. And you're gonna get some awesome things in the book. What you get is it's so awesome. It's just so awesome. It is. What you get is you get a word of knowledge, just like that. Okay, so you get your word of knowledge, and then you get your exercise. Your exercise so fun. Some of them is gonna be a hunt. Okay, you're gonna be looking around for stuff, and then also you get to what is that? And then you also get a shadow question. The shadow question not so nice because it's going to cause you to look at yourself in the mirror. And then the fourth thing you get is color pages. God asked me to keep the color page between the age of 5 and 10. Why? Because most childhood wounds have between the 5 and 10 because the people that were supposed to protect you didn't know how because nobody protected them. Don't beat them up. They did the best they could. Let them go. They did the best they could. Most of the time they were children raising children. And there was a time when people was like, well, get out of my house and figure it out yourself. Yeah. All right. And then, yeah, I got so much I can say about that. But then I also learned so much as well. We get an opportunity to be there for our family at the same time. You also get to know when to let go so you don't be carrying somebody else's battles. Whoo! Thank you, Lord. I thank you for that, God. And then, and by the age of 7, it is solidified. By the age of 10, it is really in your system. By the age of 21 and 25, it is your responsibility now to find a way out because between 21 and 25, you think you know everything and can't nobody tell you nothing. I know from experience for myself and experience from raising children for 21 and 25. And then you get 4 pages of drawing, sketching, doodling because the closer you get to God, the stranger things get. So you get Stranger Things moment, the X-File moments, the Doctor Who moments, and the Twilight Zone moments that you really can't explain to nobody. They gotta be there, and even if they're there, and you take a picture right where they standing right beside it, they see the whole thing. So like, no, you playing with me, you doing something to me, you doing something, you making this happen. See, you can't talk spiritual things to spiritual people, just non-spiritual things. Okay, they won't get it. Don't forget about my books. It's already in the New York Times bestseller list. Influence and Impact with Chris Voss. Mindset Matters with Jack Canfield. You can get those books anywhere books are sold. Okay, because God don't care nothing about your background. God know everything about you from the boots in the back and the dark. And God, guess what? God still loves you 100%. Notebooks and journals for all. Coloring books that help in meditating and recalibrating the mind. I'm telling you, I got a whole catalog on Amazon, okay? I'm excited about this venture because my whole catalog is on Amazon, but my specialty books that help fight your own Thanos. That thing that you don't tell nobody about because you seeing stuff. You seeing stuff and you don't have nobody to talk to about it. That's what these books are, walking you step by step. Don't forget about the 105 spiritual laws that govern the earth. Okay, don't forget, no longer are we under the Mosaic law. We're under love and grace. Don't forget to sign up for the newsletter, the juicy updates and upcoming events. You're going to want to know because there's some juicy upcoming events. Don't forget about your Adjective PDF along with your 400-page PDF to change your whole Sims character to this holograph game. Okay, look in the new link for the school app. I'm just getting things started. Well, I got things started. You can come and see what I'm doing now. I was inducted into the new class of Who's Who for 2025, Influential Women 2025, and Women's Worldwide. God has just been bringing it in, and I've been taking it. You know why? Because I'm worthy of it all. And look at what I received in 2017. This is when, with my nonprofit, I was helping bring in women and teenage girls out of sex trafficking. I was helping young girls that came out and said that they was LGBTQAI and pregnant because their families kicked them out. I said, we're in the wrong state for that. I'm taking too many girls out of sex trafficking and you throwing them back out here. And they were like, what? I said, don't, never mind, just give them here. And I would take them to the building where I was at, or I'd take them to the teen center. Most of the time they wanted to be in the teen center. Then I was also helping domestic violence victims. We lost 2 because they went back to where they came from. Why? Because people are addicted to stuff. And everybody's addicted to something. People are addicted to smoking cigarettes, and they lungs falling out, and they got an oxygen tank, and they still smoking. You got people smoking weed, and they go to the emergency room to get the stuff, because they got nauseated, and they still smoking weed after taking the medication. You got people that go to the gym 5 times a day. You got people that work out more than 3 times a day. Okay, they're addicted. So I don't judge nobody. If I judge them, I gotta judge me. Everybody got their own shtick. Okay? Everybody got their own thing that they dealing with. So I don't judge nobody because everybody got their own piece. Then I was helping people that had lost everything and house fires and floods. And people was coming from everywhere. And people just giving me stuff all the time. And I would clean it up because why? Because it was the stuff that was given to me, and just because of the stuff given me, I don't want to give nothing to nobody with bed bugs and none of that. I was vacuuming everything, and I was taking the stuff that could be taken off and cleaning it up and scrubbing stuff down real good. Why? Because I want to give this to somebody, and I want this to look nice. They start their life over again, okay? Then I tell them, I said, when you start your life over, give this to someone else, okay? Because it's just passing it forward, okay? Give it forward, honey. And they would come and get what they need. I said, only take what you need. How many rooms you need? They tell me. I said, only take what you need because somebody else is coming. Then I would give them toiletries and the women's toiletry bags. And I would give them fingernail polish and fingernail polish remover because you can't paint your nails if you like this. You gotta come out of the shop. So when you come out of the shop, that's when you can paint your nails. And so I learned that in my bachelor's and master's degree in healthcare. That to help people come out of shock, you do things that in the natural realm that they do on a natural all the time, but to get them to come out of that shock, that's how you do it. All right, and then I was helping this family because I put it on social media. I'm looking for 2 families to help with my nonprofit for Thanksgiving. A young lady reached out and said I can't provide Thanksgiving this year. I said say less because I was looking to help somebody. And so I went to Honey Baked Ham because that's my go-to. Went to Honey Baked Ham, got them $150 worth of groceries and helped them out. Then I found out that a whole bunch of other families were finna go through the same thing and getting laid off. And I found out the names, put them in a bowl, pulled their names out, gave them Honey Baked Ham, but a different Honey Baked Ham because they had special needs children, and made sure they received $150 worth of groceries each. Then I sent 2 women to therapy for 3 to 6 months. And I also gave them $150 or $250 worth of groceries, so that's something they had to be thinking about while they was going through their process. Honey, you can see it all on my website at www.rwt.org. Okay, you can see everything. I didn't take pictures of the teenagers, didn't take pictures of the women that was going through. Why? Because that's just my thing. I don't feel right about that because that's putting my life in danger. And if I was going to have to put my life in danger, I wasn't going to do that. Okay. I will put my life in danger helping them. So I wasn't going to put my family's life in danger. God said, what you do in private, I reward you in public without the fanfare of others. I just put it on my website. God is faithful and I'm thankful for everything. Don't forget to look at the link to receive 25% off your first order. This is the company I use along with All Natural Remedies. When they told me I had breast cancer in 2017, and they gave me 6 months to live, I didn't take no cancer treatment. I just did all natural things from my backyard and 100% Silver Shield for my dietary needs. And I took the doctor said he died, and I had me a naturopathic doctor. Okay, that's how I work this circle.